What's going on, gamers? We got an interesting article here on Push Square and just something to talk about in general because timing literally is everything when it comes to certain things. It makes it pretty obvious. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the hype and the greatness of PSSR2 that is benefiting all gamers. But not only that, but when it drops, Nvidia comes out of nowhere to continue being anti-consumer and tries to reveal DLSS 5, right? But how did that work out for them? Didn't work out well at all. This article says this looks like an AI generated dating profile picture. Nvidia's attempt to pisser on PS5 Pro's PSSR, right? You kind of get it. Parade with DLSS 5 backfires. Oh yeah, it did. It all looks like generated SLOP. This is the thing with Nvidia lately. Everything they've been doing has been crapping on gaming and crapping on the PC market and making everything worse on top of feeding AI more, now betraying you with DLSS 5, and then telling you that you're wrong. Yeah, they just said that recently, that you're wrong. Whereas PSSR 2 is actually helping gaming improve in a gaming sense. You know what I mean? And it's AMD, so Nvidia obviously has a problem because AMD has something coming out with PlayStation, which is pretty much on fire right now. So they do not like that. And like we said, timing and execution, they tried to come in and stomp on that in the back because it's not so much at PlayStation, but it's at AMD still, who's always been their rival. We kind of get the idea here. I mean, you guys know how much I've been covering PSSR2, and it's, the growth that it's been providing me has actually been great. So obviously I'm staying on top of that and doing as much as I can and covering as many topics like person who's on honor roll, you know what I mean? Like, this is the guy who can cover this many topics. I can give you this many topics as possible and make it very interesting. That's what we want to do. But yeah, Nvidia still continues to be the biggest villain here, right? You know, when we were talking about Microsoft too, but they ended up surpassing them and just being ridiculously anti-consumer. So going down to this article, let me know what you guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe as usual. And if you want to become a member, I appreciate that. It says, perhaps it's a coincidence, but it seems somewhat suspicious to us that NVIDIA decided to announce its new DLSS 5 upscaler on the day Sony revealed plans to roll out its new PSSR2 upscaler. And this is the thing. That's benefiting gaming and helping gamers out. Why would NVIDIA want to slap that over PlayStation? It tells you about their mindset. Again, they don't care. It's all about focusing on them. And they pushed back your cards too. Scaled back the 5000 series, limited the stock, jacked up the price, right? Everything with them lately is like pathetic. The highly anticipated upgrade for PS5 Pro, a collaboration between PlayStation and keyword AMD, as we know, they've been rivals for a while, AMD and Nvidia, and still are, as part of its Project Amethyst alliance, because that's going to improve FSR 4 and take that to the next level, so they can start working towards FSR 5 in the future as well, as we see what Microsoft's probably going to be using for the Magnus. Has generally been attracting rave reviews. PSSR is doing well. People are loving it. Tech experts Digital Foundry already waxed lyrical about the implementation in Resident Evil Requiem, while it's now heralded the improvements in Silent Hill F as transformational, meaning how good PSSR 2 has done. It's done a really good job when you think about where PlayStation was at before and where it's at next. And when you think about where NVIDIA is going and where they are, they're not getting better with gamers. It's getting worse, and this market is ridiculous. So it says, but AMD has been playing catch up to NVIDIA for quite some time with its proprietary FSR solution, only recently gaining ground on DLSS. Not raw rasterization, though. Today's update to PSSR don't necessarily move the technology forward, but instead clean up many of the issues exhibited by the original implementation. In almost all of the examples shown so far, we're seeing a cleaner, more stable upscaler. Pretty much. I mean, you guys have seen me put up stuff too. Everybody's saying it's an improvement on everything, and all you got to do is have that toggle on without even the patch. And that's a wonderful thing. DLSS 5, which you've no doubt seen by now, attempts to take that technology to the next level, or maybe does something worse. Moving out of the video game spectrum and saying, I wasn't looking for AI movie stuff. We'll defer to Digital Foundry's excellent expert analysis for the nitty-gritty, but NVIDIA claims it's retaining original assets and implementing photorealistic lighting to achieve truly next-gen visuals. There's no doubt that this is a seismic change for video game presentation. You don't need to zoom in to see the difference, but many are already beginning to question the impact on artistic integrity. Yeah, not the human soul, but more like AI nonsense that nobody's asking for, that is kind of like generated AI slop that people are calling out. That is fake. But you're not really sitting there like doing things like a developer would do with, implementing stuff to take this video game engine to the next level. You can say, this is incredible. It looks realistic, but it's still like human beings doing that and whoever else, you know what I mean? And improving the engine big time. And there's raw rasterization improvements. You really feel like it's actually really being done rather than this AI generated nonsense. So it feels like NVIDIA has like some weird sorcery going on with the AI now that is no longer having a soul. A comparison of Grace from Resident Evil Requiem is perhaps the most egregious. While it apparently is the same model under different lighting conditions, her eyes appear bigger and lips fuller on the first glance. We kind of get the idea here. But this looks like some stuff like you're just taking some real life stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really look like it's something that the artist is doing. It looks like it's AI generated. So, yeah. And the response has not been particularly kind on social media because everybody's seeing it, right? It's like, hold on, let's call this out. Gamer Nexus, a well-known tech YouTuber, seems to sum up the sentiment best. And let's see what he has to say right here. I'm going to zoom in just as much for you. It says, DLSS 5 makes this look like an AI-generated dating profile picture. Yeah, with like the red lipstick and all that. I mean, come on, bro. We got the red lights going on here. Like an AI-generated dating profile picture used to scam an old person in another country. And they tried to do that to stomp on PSSR2, but PSSR2 is making amazing improvements and everybody is loving it. So it looks like it backfired on them. So AMD is kind of like middle finger to NVIDIA, and everybody should like that. That's a good thing. That means they're kind of in a bit of a hunch here. Just like every other AI-generated image of a person, no character or soul to it. I was just saying that. It looks like there's no soul there. Art loses what makes it impressive when it all looks like generated slop. Shout out to that guy, man. He pretty much nailed the coffin right there. Like, that's the thing, guys. Like, when we go up and take a look at this, this looks like something that a human being would do. Like, this looks like something that has a soul to it. But when you go here, it's like, whoa, bro, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, give me some money. Let me scam you and disappear. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you can see it. It's right there in front of you. Huge difference here, guys. That's not next generational jumps. No, that's AI manipulation upon the human psychology. We're hesitant to go as hard before. Effectively, what NVIDIA is demonstrating here is still a work in progress for a product not due to ship out until the end of the year. DLSS 5 makes this look like an AI-generated dating profile picture used to scam an old person. So this was a thing here by Gamer Nexus. Like, it was highlighted there. But we got another one. But in response to the initially negative reaction, it has already started to do some damage control. A pinned comment added to its YouTuber trailer roughly an hour after it was uploaded attempts to quell concerns. Important to note, with this technology advance, game developers have full detailed artistic control over DLSS 5's effects to ensure they maintain their game's unique aesthetic. The SDK includes things like intensity, color grading, and masking off places where the effects shouldn't be applied. It's not a filter. DLSS 5 inputs the game's color and motion vectors for each frame into the model, anchoring the output into the source 3D content. Sounds like they're trying to sound smart, but when people notice the obvious, it's like, yeah, okay. So effectively, it's saying that game developers will retain control over how DLSS 5 is leveraged, and the outcome may not be egregious as what we're seeing in these initial side-by-sides. But why put that up then? It's pretty obvious. It should be added that this technology, as it has been announced today, is reserved for NVIDIA 5000 series line of graphics cards. State-of-the-art products that cost considerably more than a PS5 Pro on their own. But yet, I'm loving PSSR2. I'm not liking what I see with that. I'm not liking NVIDIA lately in Windows, so they've all been avoided by me. Therefore, what we're seeing here is a taste of the future, or at least NVIDIA's vision of it. Not for gamers. Ultimately, AI-based upscalers are here to stay. And he probably put that. Existing versions of DLSS, FSR, and Sony's new upgraded PSSR are posting remarkable results, producing clean, artistically intended images generated for less computationally intensive sources. DLSS 5, however, at least on the evidence shows so far, by taking things too far. Yeah, that's exactly what it did. It's like, whoa, okay, what's this sorcery now? Now you're trying to scam us. You do the fake frames over focus, screw over gamers, make the prices ridiculous, tell people to get their own RAM. I mean, they've just been on a spree lately, and Sony's doing the right things over here with AMD. This guy says, this is what the future Nintendo games will look like. Yuck, no, I don't think so. Yeah, I wasn't impressed, and Digital Foundry hasn't covered themselves in glory with their article. John Linneman even mentioned on Blue Sky that he wasn't even told about it. Yeah, never thought I'd see a Gamer Nexus tweet in a Push Square article. Their recent pivot to investigate journalism has been very fun. Yeah, I mean, Digital Foundry have lost the plot. This is the media. This is the most anti-art slot machine yet. Why would you want your games to look like AI TikTok videos? That's actually pretty funny. No, you know, he has a really good point here. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Nvidia trying to come rain on Sony's parade after what we've been, you know, covering on this channel, and the backfire slaps them in the face. And PSSR2 is still the hot thing right now on the internet, and that's what people are talking about. Obviously, DLSS 5 is a hot thing on the internet, but not something that people like, but something people are going to slam, like the microslop aspect that was going on. Like, comment, subscribe as usual. Like I said, if you guys want to become a member, I appreciate that. It's only a few bucks. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments as usual. Peace out. Keep gaming. Shame on you, Nvidia. Yeah.